Bonjour mes élèves, bonjour. Hello my students, thank you so much for coming back. And we're going to continue with lesson 3. It is ma famille, my family. So we're going to learn all about that. And then we're going to learn how to ask questions because there's 3 different ways to do so. So I'm very excited to teach you that today in today's lessons. For those of you returning, thank you. It's been great and it's a lot of fun and I'm really happy to see you again. For those that are just popping in and to see what this is about, because it's a fun interactive way of learning French beginners, and that is interactive. So we have had 2 other lessons, so I invite you to go back to those lessons and check those out and see what you think about them. And then you can fast forward to me now, and we'll be doing it hopefully every day. So it is really my pleasure. We'll be talking a little less French right now. There's a lot of English. French is my first language. I am a Francophone. So English is my second. However, I am bilingual in both and a few more languages. Anyway, here we go. So bonjour mes élèves, bonjour. Hello. For those of you that are watching me in the morning, bonjour is good morning. Bonsoir for those of you who are already much later in the day. And for those of you just about to go to bed, bonne nuit. And we say dors bien. Dors bien means sleep well. So onward and forward to lesson 3, la 3e classe. It's my family, ma famille. And before we go any further, I always say, je m'appelle Basia Hoffman. Je m'appelle Basia Hoffman. That means my name is Basia Hoffman. And you can always reach me no matter where you are in the world. And I have people all over the world, so we're restarting this. But you can always reach me at my email, which is beginners, right here, beginners French, Basia Hoffman @gmail.com, right here. Beginners French, Basia Hoffman @gmail.com. Alors, très bien. We start. So, ma famille, we have now my. I'm going to introduce you the word my. There's 3 ways, and there's 2 genders. So, my, mon is my, and it is masculine. And this is the phonetic for it, mon. I just want to say one thing here. This is important. All of you, and I've said this in the first session, the first lesson, so here we are on the 3rd. Please get yourself a book like this, just a lined book, and a pen. And I'd like you to take notes because this here, there's nothing like actually taking notes on what's on the board. We don't do anything grammatical, so it's not all written, it's verbal, and certainly the connection of interactive is very, very important for the brain, for the mind, and just to have fun. So here we go back to my. My is mon, that is the masculine. Ma is my, but it is the feminine. And mes is the plural. So mon, ma, mes, and that means mine. And here's a genetic way. Mon, it's very nasally, mon. You kind of roll the tongue back and push the sound in the nose area. Mon, mon. Try it. Mon. Good. Just another time. Try. Mon. Good job. Now we go to the French, the feminine, ma. And look at how that is. Ma. That's easy. Ma. That's my, feminine. Mais. Mais is plural. May in the phonetic would be M-A-Y. May. Easy. Easy. So this is my. Now your mother, your father, etc. Your is, the masculine is ton. Again, nasal. Ton. It raises up. Ton. And the tongue kind of closes the back. Ton, ton, ton. Ton, and it's masculine, and it goes like this. Ton, with a little squiggly over the N, which means nasal. Okay? Ta is the feminine. Your. Ta. And that's the phonetic. It's helpful, isn't it? Te. Te is plural. Te. That is like this in the phonetic. And this you can watch and watch and watch because you have it right here and you can write it down. In where? Votre livre, your book. Votre livre, your book. Formal, which I've just used towards you, although I feel close now enough to you, but I still am going to use the formal and then I will teach you the informal. Votre, votre is formal. And that's yours, but that is masculine or feminine. Isn't that easy? Votre. Votre, masculine or feminine. This is here, again, genetic. Here we go. Vos is the plural. Now you would see that and say vos, but it isn't. It's vos, plural. And this is the genetic here. I'm saying genetic. And I just realized it's phonetic. Excuse me. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Well, you see, no one's perfect. That's for sure. Personne est parfait. That means no one's perfect. Personne n'est parfait. Well, ça c'est sûr. And that's for sure. Ça c'est sûr. That's for sure. And I'll teach you that a little bit later. Ça c'est sûr. Okay, alors maintenant, maintenant is now. We've got here phonetic. Thank you very much. Votre, vos, and then we had last week, voici, these. Voici mes parents, my parents. Voici mes parents. These are my parents. These, voici these. Okay, then you have what is the French in red. That's my wife. In French, c'est ma femme. C'est ma femme. The most important is that's. That's. Which is that is. Okay? That is my wife. C'est ma femme. Why don't you say it now? Go ahead. C'est ma femme. In one line, c'est ma femme. Good. And now you have a question here. Is that your sister? Is that your sister? Here, the formal would be c'est votre sœur. C'est votre sœur. Is that your sister? Formal is votre. Votre. C'est votre sœur. Informal is the tu. Here it's ta. So it's c'est ta sœur. C'est ta sœur. You can always remember the formal is V and the informal starts with T. Okay? Alors, formal, c'est votre sœur. Informal, c'est ta sœur. Okay. Now here, this is interesting in French. Different than English, and that is the following. You make a statement like up here. This in written it works because there's a question mark. Are we together on this? Are we together on this up here? Let's see. The way to ask a question, there are three ways. The first is to do a statement, but at the end of the statement, you raise your voice. That makes it a question. Okay? Which is, do you want a coffee? When you just say the statement and raise your voice is, vous voulez un café? Because vous voulez un café without raising the voice is a statement. You want a coffee. But to raise the voice at the end means do you want? Voulez-vous un café? Did you hear that? Raising at the end? I'll do it again. Voulez-vous un café? That. Or you can say, oh, here, let me backtrack. Incorrect, and I'm sorry about that. That's what happens when you, my apologies. Here it's, vous voulez un café. That's a statement. Vous voulez, you want a coffee. Vous voulez un café. That's a statement as I said it. A question would be, vous voulez un café? I raise the voice, the last word, that makes it a sentence. Vous voulez un café means you want a coffee. Vous voulez un café. I can see it. You want coffee. Vous voulez un café? Raising it at the end, café, means do you want a coffee? So that was the first one. You raised at the end of the sentence. Voulez-vous un café? Up, coffee. Or number two, you can reverse it. Voulez-vous un café? Vous voulez un café? Voulez-vous un café? If this is confusing, you can email me and tell me so, and I can go over it again, okay? So I can understand that I reverse that. Okay, so the first one is a statement. Vous voulez un café? You change it up by saying, vous voulez un café? Okay. Other way is reversing these two. That is definitely a question. No misunderstanding there. Voulez-vous un café? Okay. Et troisième, the third, troisième, you can always put this, these are fantastic three little words. Est-ce que, but it goes fast. It goes est-ce que. But in fact, it's est-ce que. Est-ce que, and then you take est-ce que in front of the original line, and it creates a question. So, est-ce que vous voulez un café? That makes it a definite question here. You put this, est-ce que, in front of vous voulez un café, right? So we've got that. So those are the three ways. Vous voulez un café? Voulez-vous un café is definitely a question. Voulez-vous un café? Est-ce que vous voulez un café? Alors ça, c'est les trois formes. Those are the three forms. So conversation now. You want to start a conversation. Okay, do you have any children? Vous avez des enfants? Yes, I have 2 daughters. Oui, j'ai 2 filles. These are my daughters, and you? Voici mes filles. Et vous? This is my husband. Voici mon mari. So we have now a little bit more understanding of how we use the masculine and feminine. I am so excited you've joined me today for this lesson. This is our third. We will continue on and do a lot more. And I'm so glad. All your emails, make sure they come. Ask anything you'd like. And let me know what you think and how you're progressing. So welcome back. Je m'appelle Basia Hoffman. Et je veux vous voir à bientôt. À bientôt.